Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. We thought we'd do a little transfer update because finally, Sam, we've had all summer, but finally it sounds like we may be about to sign some players. Talk us through them, the names and what you know.
Yeah, well, Fofana's looks like it's pretty much done. If it's not going to be announced today, then definitely tomorrow.
Is Fofana going to Chelsea?
Yeah,
I hadn't heard.
Looks at that.
Carry on.
Yeah, so we've obviously now balanced the books and got whatever it is, 75, 80 million pounds left to spend. In the window, I doubt we're going to spend all that, maybe 20, 30 million. But it looks like there's a few players. There's a player called Vise, defender, centre back, Belgian league. Could be someone good. Not really seen much on him personally, but we know we need a new centre back, and I think it's the right move to go and get someone. 24-year-old Belgian player himself. Again, more rumours. There's a player called Hammett and Boga. Atalanta player. One of them, Boga, is he's a winger, left winger apparently. So I'm not quite sure why we're going after him, but I'm guessing the club sees something in him. I don't know if it's Rodgers making these signings again or if it's the club, Rudkin this time. But I think we all know by the end of tomorrow night we need to desperately make some signings. And personally, I think we need to get a new keeper in this time as well.
I 100% agree with you on a keeper. I don't think for a minute we're going to sign a keeper though, because we've signed that Smithers who's just going to never play for Leicester. Don't understand that one. But defenders, with Wes Fofana going, a lot of fans thought we needed a centre-back anyway. So, talk about this guy from, I can't even say his name, Wesut or whatever.
His name's Faiz.
Yeah.
I think from what I've seen from him, that he's a very no BS defender. It's if he gets the ball, just hoofs it up and gets it out, which again, I'm a bit surprised we're getting someone like this, because if Rodgers is the man to take us forward, doesn't that contradict what he wants to do, how he wants to play football? Because doesn't he pass it around the back and all that? If this player hoofs it up the front, that's what Soyuncu does, and he's been dropped by the team for whatever reason, but we've not seen Soyuncu, and all of us rated him 2 seasons ago. He was the top of the top, going to Real Madrid, to Barcelona, and now look at him, he can't even make the Leicester team, he's barely making the Leicester bench. So I think it's all good, well and good getting a new centre-back, and it kind of falls into the same thing. I know it's a little bit different, but Daka, Rodgers signed Daka, but it's the complete opposite style of how Rodgers likes to play, so I'm not quite sure why we're signing a player that doesn't suit, Rodgers' style. It's a weird one, but if he plays him the way he wants to play, I think he could be a good defender. He's a tall lad, he gets in there, he's
He sounds like he could be a decent centre-back for us. And how much is he rumoured to be coming in for?
Rumoured between 10 to 20 million. I'm not quite sure the numbers. I've heard some say 12, I've heard some say between 17. I'm not quite sure the actual number. I think it's more on the low 10 side, so maybe more between 10 to 15 million. But, it's not splashing the cash. Again, it's another could-be player for Leicester, and it's going to be a risk again.
That's the model though, isn't it? It's go out and sign. If we use the Fofana money, if he goes for 75 million, let's say, I think his former club, St Etienne, I think are going to get about 15 to 18 million of that as an additional sign-on fee. It's probably going to leave us with maybe 50 million left to spend, which is probably 2 or 3
will
players.
Probably pocket half of that, because that's just how they do it. No offence to the owners, but they tend to pocket
I think
money.
they might reinvest it, but I think we might see 2, maybe 3 players come in on transfer deadline day. My worry slightly, Sam, is if these players they're not going to come in time. I can't see them coming in time to play against Manchester United.
No chance.
By the transfer deadline shutting at 11 o'clock on Thursday night, we could, hopefully not, but we could have lost to Man United. We could be 1 point out of 5 games.
At the moment, it's bad performance. I know we've had tough teams, but when you look at it as a retrospective after the games we've played, Brentford 2-0 up, and then we drew 2-0. That should have been 3 points. Arsenal, granted, we should have lost. Every club's lost to them this year so far. It's not that much of a worry to lose to Arsenal. Yeah, we had some bad moments, Ward mistakes. Again, I keep saying it, we need a new keeper. Southampton winning 1-0. Let them win 2-1. I know they beat Chelsea the other night, but we were winning.
This is the Man United game. Obviously, Man United beat Southampton.
Yeah,
Southampton beat Chelsea. Chelsea beat us. Southampton beat us.
If you want me to be completely honest, I think we're going to lose 4 or 5-0 tomorrow night. It's not rocket science. The way we're going, it's how are we going to beat a club like Man U who are on, they're on top form. They've got a manager who's no BS. Like I keep saying, he'll come in and if they do something wrong in a game, their manager will come and say to the players like they did against Brentford. I think when they lost, their team Brentford ran, I think it was like 20 kilometres more than Man U's team. So Ten Hag the next day said, right, you're all doing a 20k run today, you know, to make up for it. Rodgers is the kind of player that, or kind of manager that's not going to do that in my eyes, and I know it's not really a Rodgers in, Rodgers out discussion, but I think against Man United we've lost two of our key vital players now with Fofana and Casper going, and we've not replaced them.
Well, hopefully we're going to, Sam. Hopefully we're going to tomorrow. Listen, I think tomorrow's going to be a very interesting match. I really hope the fans get behind the lads tomorrow, and then I hope the lads on the pitch get behind the fans, because tomorrow's got, for me, is either going to go one of two ways. Either the fans and the players are going to come together and it's a backs against the wall performance and we pull something out of the bag, or it's all going to fall to pieces tomorrow night and the players are going to be half-hearted, the fans are going to get on their backs and it's going to turn nasty. I hope it's the former. I hope the fans back the lads, and I hope the lads on the pitch put in that extra effort. So Sam, thanks for joining us. Hopefully some transfer news coming in today. When it's confirmed we'll go live, obviously, but get your views in, get your comments in. Selling a world-class defender, bringing in, again, the model is some unknowns. Let's see how it pans out.